I wanted to share with you a little bit of info about the course planning workshops that I run. My name is Gerta. I'm a learning designer, instructional content and multimedia developer, and educational consultant based in Dublin, but I work with clients across entire Ireland and Europe. This particular workshop, or a course planning sprint that I'm introducing here, is specifically aimed at the teams developing online courses within higher education institutions, but it can be successfully used in other sectors as well. The examples of products developed during my sprints include program modules, micro-credentials, digital badges, or massive open online courses called MOOCs. It is a learner-centered, collaborative, pedagogy-first approach drawing from several recognized and successful instructional curriculum planning and product development models. The workshop is conducted fully online over 2 hours, and I can facilitate collaborative work of teams between 2 to 6 people. It is also possible to have bigger groups, but I would then require some assistance from the organizers. This virtual course planning sprint gives the team an opportunity to brainstorm and generate ideas. I facilitate it, organize all the data, review it, and include my instructional design recommendations. So at the end of that process, you will have a detailed course design plan, which looks like this. You can also get the project development plan that you can customize for your needs, suggested timelines, video storyboard templates, and other course production templates and recommendations. The offering can be, of course, tailored to the specific needs of individual clients. So traditionally, these curriculum planning workshops were classroom-based, face-to-face group collaboration. But as of last year, I moved everything online and I experimented with several different approaches and online tools. Based on these experiences and on the participants' feedback, I made further changes and improvements. And one of them is a short online onboarding available to participants before the curriculum planning sprint. So basically, I noticed that spending the first 30 minutes of 2-hour-long virtual workshop explaining what we would do was not the best use of our time together. So I flipped that and front-loaded some of that orientation, and I packaged it as online onboarding. I'll give you a preview of this online onboarding in the later part of the video, so you can check that. So let's look what you can expect from this online course planning sprint. First of all, participants need to complete 20 minutes long online onboarding. There is approximately 15 minutes worth of videos and one short survey activity at the end of that onboarding. It takes 2 to 5 minutes max. The onboarding explains the methodology, the approach, so participants know what to expect and what is expected from them. It also equips the team and me with some basic info and ideas that we will discuss at the beginning of the online workshop. The workshop starts with reviewing and discussing the results of that survey. We then jump into planning the online course, or more specifically to storyboarding students' learning journey, using 6 different engagement types. When we have this mapped out, we start planning more detailed activities. So for the first part, where the course storyboard with the learning engagement types is created, we will use Trello boards that I designed specifically for that. For the second part, where we plan the activities, I use Google spreadsheet template with the pre-populated learning engagement types and lots of activities associated with them. So we get lots of examples. The course planning sprint is very much a starting point. It is about getting everyone on the same page, generating ideas and recording them, and agreeing on the action plan. It also gives program or module team really solid foundations for further development, because following the workshop, the team continues to work and completes the first draft of the course design plan by the agreed deadline. I usually suggest doing it as soon as possible, giving a maximum 1 week to finish. So when this is done, I tidy that first draft of the course design plan and I review it. So at the end of all of this process, your team will have a course roadmap or storyboard, learning outcomes for each section, detailed course design structure with types of activities and instructional review, and the project plan to work with going forward. So let's look how this onboarding looks in practice now. Okay, so let me walk you now through that onboarding really quick. It is essentially a micro course with the series of videos and some additional resources explaining what will happen during the curriculum planning workshop and giving participants an overview of the approach, methodology and terminology. I talk about the design sprint, what is it, how we will work, what we want to achieve. And then I briefly talk about the methods. To develop and deliver an excellent online course, you need the right mindset, the right pedagogy, and of course, a good project plan. And I call them my 3 pillars. So I'm talking about each of them briefly, just enough for participants to get them starting quickly at the workshop. I explain design thinking mindset and how we will adopt it. I talk about the design approach, which is the ABC curriculum design, drawing from adult learning pedagogy. And I also mention ADDIE instructional design project planning. As in this particular course planning sprint, I draw heavily from the ABC curriculum design model. I focus on that for a bit longer. I explain how this course planning model works traditionally and what tweaks I made to use it online. I also explain different learning engagement types that we will be using in the workshop, and I show examples of each modality. All of that enables or prep people to start working during the online sprint in no time. In the final part of that onboarding, participants complete a short interactive survey that incorporates several tasks such as writing and sharing tweet size, course description, estimating or guessing engagement types or their levels in the course, and proposing the course structure. In the final step, they get instant access to their results. So the course tweets and proposed sections are populated to the Trello board, and data from the estimated engagement types is converted into a spider graph that is available right from the onboarding interface. So participants can see both the average responses and their individual responses as well. And this data and reflection on it is used for the discussion opening the course planning sprint. So summarizing, this course planning sprint allows the course planning team to brainstorm and generate ideas. I organize all the data, review it, and include my instructional design recommendations. So at the end of that process, you will have a detailed design plan for your course, a bunch of useful templates and documents, for example, project development plan, project timelines, or video storyboard templates. If you would like to talk or have questions about my course planning workshops, let me know. I'm really happy to give you access to the online onboarding so you can check if this is what your organization or your team needs. If it's not exactly what you have in mind, get in touch. I can design and facilitate course planning workshops customized to your specific requirements. I will be really happy to answer any questions about this course planning sprints or my other instructional and learning design services if they are of interest. My contact details are below this video. So get in touch. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you.